I'm Mike Sullivan. Okay, and today we are totally indoors with the Skytrak launch monitor down there. And I'm going to show you how indoors or outdoors, how you can work on your slice to hit the ball straighter. Okay, so we are indoors because it's raining and we're using our Skytrak. So take a look. It's already connected, which just connects through Wi-Fi on my iPad, super easy. And this works on iPad and Android tablets and phones and things. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you my session settings here. So I've got the camera angle set to first person. I just like the plain basic down the line view. It's showing, single shot tracers, all this stuff. You can play around with that a little bit. But here's what I like. I like to see my main distance view being in carry, how far the ball will go in the air. And I also like to obviously be set up for a right-hander. And then I like ball spin to be on spin axis. So the only things that I really always want to see when using Skytrak is I really prefer to see the carry distance, and I prefer to see the spin axis of the ball, because spin axis is what makes the ball curve. This would be a spin axis of 0. It's going to go straight. That's going to go that way. That's going to go that way. So this would be like a rightward spin axis, a leftward spin axis, that would draw. That would be a slice or a cut. All right, let's hit a shot. Okay, so that ball launched to the left. I'm trying to show you a certain shot here, so. That wasn't what I was looking for, bear with me. Okay, so that's going to be a ball flight of a lot of my students. This is what, if you have one of these setups at home, or you're thinking of getting one, this may be you. So this is a 7-iron, and you can see that ball, it curved off to the right. If you look on the right-hand side, it shows it was 31 yards offline to the right. All right, so here's what's going on. If you look down there at the spin axis, it says 14 degrees going that way to the right. What's happening is my club face is open relative to the path that I swung the club on. All right? And if you're seeing a consistent situation where you have that 14-degree tilt, that's what's going on. Okay, that's what's going on. So what will also tend to happen is, because our club face is open, we're going to tend to swing the club, instead of towards the target, we're going to tend to swing on an out to in swing path. All right, and that, what it does, you'll see sometimes if you hit a driver, the ball starts a little left or straight and then slices off to the right afterwards. And that's because the club is going, say, to the left for a right-handed golfer, the face is going to the right. And actually, relative to where you're aimed, a lot of times, you can actually get the club face aimed actually at the target at impact. So if you have a lot of loft, you'll think you're doing everything right. Now, why does that make sense if you have a lot of loft? It's just simply the less loft on the club, the more you're going to have that spin axis tilt if your face is open or closed relative to your path. And your path is the direction your club is going at the time of impact. But really, Skytrak is just going to show us the side angle in degrees on the far lower right-hand side, which is where did the ball launch, and then the spin axis. All right? One quick thing, and I'm going to go ahead and put some spray on my club face. So basically what we've got here is to determine that, yeah, on that ball my face was open relative to my path. Okay, let's try this again. What happens if I hit it on the toe, though? And I'm going to go ahead and really try to swing with a face open relative to my path. I'm going to try to make that over the top move, but I'm going to see if I hit the toe this time. Let's see what happens on this one, okay? That was not on the toe. That was on the bottom of the club face. That was bottom heel. I could feel it. Can you see that right there? See that right there, bottom heel? So in my effort to make a bad shot, I hit a different kind of bad shot. One more time. One more time. And you see that ball curved off to the right. Heel strikes for a right-handed golfer tend to make the ball go right. Let's hit the toe. I'm just lining up on the toe. Okay, so that was a toe strike. So hopefully you can see this. Okay, I'm gonna get behind so I can take a look at it. I'm by myself today. Can you see I hit that on the toe? Right there. Okay, so when we look at Skytrak, we had a spin axis of 6 degrees to the left. Now this isn't gonna tell me specifically on that shot if my face was literally closed or not, but as you practice with this thing, you're gonna see a trend. Okay, I just want to show that to you so that you can see toe strikes are going to go, they're going to draw, and heel strikes are going to fade, provided everything else is just equal if your face was square to the path. Okay, so what's going on here? Face is open. What's the first thing we're going to check? Our grip. So I'm going to make sure, if you've watched these videos, I know you've got this down by now, right? I'm going to make sure that this V between my thumb and my forefinger here points back at my right shoulder. It makes it really easy to close the club face. My bottom hand, I'm going to get my palm matched up with where that club face is going. So my palm is basically on a line perpendicular to a line that would be parallel to my target line. The more I explain it, I think the more complicated it gets. Basically, my palm is going to be pointing parallel left to the target. Hopefully that's simple enough. Okay, so let's see if I can strengthen it and see what happens. This is strong. See that? Oh, look at that. I missed my net. By the way, the net return has got these shank guards that I should have pulled out just so that that doesn't happen again. So in my, I look at that, I caught it right on the hosel. Oh my gosh. Oh man. So when you try to get cute, those things happen. Those things happen. So what I tried to do is have a strong grip, yet still leave the club face open. Let's try that again. Strong grip. Okay. Strong grip. Face felt open. And you can see I still managed to hit that ball to the right, even though I had a closed face grip. So that happens a lot with my students. So how can we fix that? Well, what's happening is, even though I'm gripping the club strong, instead of this happening for me, somehow the face is staying open. Okay? And so one thing I would say is, let's make the swing smaller. Okay, and let's think about that club face staying just square to our arc throughout our swing. Okay, so if you look at the way my hand's going to work here, see the palm of my hand, it's open relative to my target here, square and closing. Yet my hand isn't doing anything like that. All right, so we want to try to get a sense of that club open, square, closed. So if I can just have my hands actually be kind of quiet and just let the club swing, I actually have a pretty good chance of squaring this up and pulling this off. Okay, I'm going to make a little swing, feeling that. So sometimes we'll do it with one hand on the club. Let's see if we get a spin axis on that one. Okay, we get one. This is also nice, you know, it's a photo-based system, and if it gets a shot, it gives you numbers. So see, that one, I actually got 11 degrees to the left. So that was a draw type shot. So I'm gonna keep practicing with this little swing, just really trying to let that club, that face is just gonna work right around my body the same way this circle is. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay, that felt good. Let's see what we get. Nice, another nice little draw. Okay, so we're on to something. So, you know, a lot of times we try to do everything at full speed and hit all these really big shots and everything, but really, if I can just feel that face working right around that arc, right? Again, there's none of this stuff happening. You don't have to worry about all that stuff. Now, if I grip it weak, which everyone wants to do, well, when I get my pressure going forward and there's a little bit of this like a little lag thing going on, the face is going to want to be open. That's why we have that stronger grip to hit the ball with a draw. One more time. Nice strong grip. Just swing right on that arc. Let that thing work right on my body. That was a little bigger swing. Let's see that one. So that one got pushed a little bit, right? But let's see the spin axis. Spin axis 5 degrees to the left. Okay? So this is, I gotta tell you what I love is I don't know if you can get quite the same feedback doing this inside without using some kind of a launch monitor. And I gotta tell you, being a photo-based system, this thing does really well. And I mentioned it before, it's almost 6 years old. It's been hit 1 million times, and it's holding up really well. And they keep updating the software, making it better and better, all right? So what we wanna do to quit slicing is get our face square or even closed relative to our path. And the first step is actually a nice strong grip and being able to allow that face to remain square to your arc throughout your swing. I'm not telling you exactly how to do it because it's pretty simple. One more time, I can't help it. Okay, I think we got another one. Yep, I can tell just by looking at the ball flight. All right, so 16 degrees to the left. All right, any questions or comments on this, please feel free to post a comment. But really, really simple. If you're slicing, the face is open relative to the path. First thing you want to do is get your face on track. All right, if you just strengthen your grip and get it shut and make full swings, you're gonna get that pull hook, which is a step in the right direction, but just take some time, get it right with these nice easy little shots, and if anyone's sleeping in the other room, they won't hear you too much anyway. I hope that helps. I'll see you next time.